Anchors of Queer News Tonight, and this evening we discuss the queer headlines. President Donald Trump used a Florida rally at the Villages to attack transgender rights. The rally's motto, however, was to promote his Social Security tax elimination proposal to older voters.
A crown and a cause. Mizz out South Florida celebrates drag, community, and philanthropy.
Minnesota Aurora signed transgender goalkeeper Isaac Ranson after his award-winning college career. This decision by the club emphasizes inclusion and the safety of queer community in sports.
Anti-LGBT group 1 Million Moms is pressuring Dr. Squatch to remove deodorant ads featuring Out by actress Megan Fox, calling them unnecessarily vulgar.
All this important LGBTQ+ news and a whole lot more this evening on Queer News Tonight. Welcome to Queer News Tonight. This is the world's first and only LGBTQ+ daily news television show, broadcasting live and available on demand on your favorite streaming channels.
Analytics company vidIQ has certified Queer News Tonight YouTube channel as the world's most popular LGBTQ+ streaming news show. Our queer stories have reached more than 12 million views.
We are proud that Queer News Tonight has more YouTube subscribers than any other LGBTQ brand in Florida.
We thank you for watching and supporting our voice in our rainbow family. There is no other news program in the LGBTQ world like Queer News Tonight.
It is Wednesday, May 6th. We are live and literally out of the closet and into the headlines. So many of your important stories we will tell this evening on Queer News Tonight.
You're watching Queer News Tonight, the world's first daily LGBTQ evening news show.
Welcome back to the world's most important LGBTQ evening news show.
Hotspots Magazine, Happening Out Television Network, is a nonprofit 501c3 media company, the same model of PBS and NPR, but created for the LGBTQ+ community. Our nonprofit mission is to support the 11 pillars of our community. We want to inform you and educate you on the key issues of lesbian, trans, Latino, Black, healthcare, seniors, students, faith, social justice, business, and of course, queer culture. Help us support our diverse community.
We are part of one of the largest LGBTQ nonprofit media companies in America, Hotspots Magazine and Happening Out Television Network.
In 2026, our magazine is celebrating 41 years of the LGBTQ+ experience, and Queer News Tonight is celebrating our 5th anniversary with more than 14,000 LGBTQ+ television stories. We present South Florida's major LGBTQ events, including Pride Fort Lauderdale, Stonewall Pride, and Pride Fest. Our magazine, events, television news, talk, and entertainment shows support our mission to educate the LGBTQ+ and broader community.
In 2026, more than 100 community leaders will sit at this very table and share their voice as our anchors. Together, we host this show to support the LGBTQ+ community. Let's meet this evening's anchors at Queer News Tonight. Let's welcome back to the table the incredible John Hayden, baby. He's a journalist for 31 years. He now focuses on hyper-local reporting, covering LGBTQ+ issues, Wilton Manors, Lauderdale by the Sea, Fort Lauderdale, and Oakland Park. You can see all his reports at Greater Wilton Manors on YouTube and Facebook. Welcome back to the table, John. What you got going on this week? You're always somewhere doing something.
Everything!
Oh, I love it. I love it. I know you're doing something hot, though.
I am, well, and it involves someone who's hot. Let me tell you about it. I'm so excited for this weekend where musician Matthew Darren debuts his new show, The Switch. He told me the set list is long, and he'll be trimming it down until he takes the stage Saturday night.
So this time it's going to be all out band, visuals, dancers. You're going to get My Better Judgment. And you're going to get a taste of this really long list of songs next to me that I'm slowly whittling down to a solid album. You know, I gave myself a to-do list a couple years ago. On my 39th birthday, I was like, I need to write my own full solo album by the age 40. So you've got a year. And now it's been a year and a half, and I've put some of those songs, beyond paper and into the computer. And we're at 23 songs. So I got to figure out which ones are going to be on the first album. Maybe there's already a second album over there.
I think we'd love to hear 23 songs. I'm not sure if Gary's got enough time for you to do that all in one night, though.
I don't know if I have enough attention span for 23 songs. That ADHD catches up with me all the time.
I love him. Now, you can still get tickets at graybox.theater. And like I said, so much fun. He is always just so out there, and he's so giving as an interview subject and as a performer. Like, he really connects with you on every level. So look forward to it.
I love it. When I remember the first time that I saw Matthew Darren perform, right? And I had seen mashups before, but not like this, okay? When he puts these things together, when he puts on his stage show together, you can tell that his heart and soul are into it, So I definitely am looking forward to this. And this is what I'm looking forward to also.
Wait, how does that go?
Like, Matthew Darren does it better. You know what I mean? He's got that beautiful flowing blonde hair, and you just want to eat it. Yes. Well, we all look forward to seeing you all at Gray Box Theater May 9th for The Switch. I love that. With Matthew Darren. We got royalty at the table, baby. Let's welcome back anchor Robert Kesten. Robert believes in the universal human rights and has dedicated crucial years of his life to the integration of the Universal Declaration of Human Rights around the world. He conceptualized the UN Decade of Human Rights Education and is now the president of Stonewall National Museum Archives and Library. Welcome back to the show, Robert. How are you?
I am well, thank you, and thanks for the invitation back.
Of course. Listen, the haircut is working, baby.
It was yesterday.
It looks amazing. You are sharing with us, you've got another year of Stonewall Honors this year. And
this is our first.
And so who are the incredible recipients of your first ever Stonewall Honors?
The Stonewall Honors was created basically because we as a community are in very difficult times. And the people who are working with cut budgets, furloughed employees, and attacks from their local, state, and federal governments are basically unknown to the general public. And so the Stonewall Honors was a way of saying, these are people that we need to know. And so not only are we recognizing them, the executive director of the task force, and some of the other important national organizations, and some local people as well. But what's important is that we know who they are. And what we're doing is we're adding them to this new project that we're doing, which is global, and it will be online. And they will be added in as members of LGBTQ history, along with their organizations, along with Larry Kramer, along with Harvey Milk, along with Billie Jean King.
I love that.
These people will be part of that tradition so that the people who work tirelessly for our community will be recognized in the same way as the celebrities are recognized.
I love that. Listen, as a queer Latina sitting at this table, I say thank you. Kira Johnson is one of the most incredible humans that there is, like, in the world. Her speeches inspire when you are depleted because of all the horror that happens in this world to our community. You listen to a Kira Johnson speech and all of a sudden you're like, I got to do something. I got something to do, you know?
Wait until you hear the executive from the Trevor Project, also an amazing individual. So there's a whole bunch of them that will be coming to Florida, as they say, of all places, and they'll be talking about what they do and how important it is to our survival. There are things that we should never have to compromise on, and these people go to work every day to make sure we never have to.
Amen. Amen. So when is this going to happen? Where is this going to happen? Where can we get tickets? What's up?
Tickets are available online at stonewall-museum.org. It takes place on the 30th of May, so it's our kickoff to Pride. And it happens between our space, where we'll introduce this new website that has all this history, and it will then go over to ArtServe, where there will be dinner and then the awards presentation.
I love that. So get your tickets today, May 30th. That's around the corner already. You should have already gotten your tickets.
Yeah.
Now, okay? Because that's what it's all about. And I can't wait to be there and just see that for myself. Wonderful. Thank you, Robert. Thank you. You always set the bar so high, and then you come in and then you go above the bar. That's just how you roll.
I brought my card today too, just to show Robert, like, you know, your Stonewall card.
You made that yourself.
No, you have to support Stonewall. It's about joining. It's about registering. It's about learning the movement. You know, it's about learning what Robert's doing and helping out, you know, Robert's team. You know, it's about educating and passing it forward.
Amen.
And this is, you know, you rock. Thank you.
All right, now wear that on your forehead for the rest of
I'm gonna wear it like for the rest of
Stonewall Honors is happening May 30th. Get your tickets today, and we are so happy to have Robert Kesten back at the table at Queer News Tonight. Let's welcome back to the table anchor Angel Martinez. Angel is a passionate mental health advocate and policy change enthusiast from Miami. A proud Cuban Nicaraguan American, he champions LGBTQIA+ causes and the Stonewall movement with humor, drive, and a fierce dedication to justice. Welcome back to the table, Angel. How are you, honey? How you doing?
Good, Faye. I'm excited to be here. I'm excited to be with the cast today. And then just you know,
where you been?
You know, just activism and policy, you know, trying to learn government, always trying to, you know, work on the Stonewall principles, you know. Just
Stonewall principles. I love that. I love that. You know, you're sitting right next to Robert Kesten.
I know. It's a
I
celebrity.
wouldn't say words like that without knowing what they are.
Thank you, Robert, so much. You know, just
we
learn.
love having you at the table. Thank you so much for being here with us, Angel, at the table at Queer News Tonight.
Now, let's welcome tonight's lead anchor and my bestie, FayWhat. She is a legendary events host, television and radio personality, and the host of Hotspot's Happening Out's The FayWhat Show. Faye, Velvet Green Summer, brings award-winning LGBTQ comedy to Fort Lauderdale. What is happening out?
Yes, John. So Katoomba Theater Project presents Velvet Green Summer, an award-winning and critically acclaimed comedy running from May 7th through the 24th at Empire Stage. Written and directed by the incredible Kim Ely. The production follows a spirited dreamer navigating love, identity, and belonging in a wildly original coming-of-age and coming-out story inspired by true events. The play has earned praise from the Miami Herald, Sun Sentinel, and Miami New Times, along with multiple theater awards and sold-out runs in Florida and New York. The cast features Jill Bellick, Taylor Lynn Dawson, Abby Frick, and one of my great friends, Miss Katie Jackson, that you might remember her. She was my love interest in the play Upside Down that I did a couple months back, you know. So more information and tickets are available at KatoombaTheaterProject.org. You can also find them on social media, on Instagram, on Facebook, and everything else to get your tickets today. We must support local theater.
Absolutely.
We must support local events. And Kim is an incredible queer lesbian woman representing our community. And this is kind of like semi-autobiographical.
Yeah.
There, poof. You know, and so to be able to, you know, I know that it's not easy to put your thoughts and feelings on a stage for all to consume, you know, but when it comes to Kim and her, like, just thought process of delivering such a beautiful story, she's got the chops. So I'm really looking forward to seeing this and to see more local theater. You know what I mean? We've got beautiful Theater Row, and we've got to definitely support all the plays that come out. And, you know, my friend Katie, like, she was just so incredible. She played, you know, my love interest in Upside Down. And honestly, if it wasn't for her, I wouldn't have gotten through that play, because it was my first time doing a play, and she was just so sweet and nice about it. Anyway, so now I want to support her in her future endeavors, because she's so talented that it's ridiculous. So I'm really looking forward to this.
And you guys had such great chemistry. I don't want to tangent back to the past, but you guys really did. So yeah, and she was great. she was great. And, and I just loved her. And I got to know her at a little social event afterwards. And, like you said, you were the rookie, and she was so great as a mentor, I guess, and sort of just like being there and sort of pulling you along and nudging. So I love her. Can't wait to see her at this.
No, she literally would have to push me out there on the stage. Like I'd just get my cue and she'd go, bang, go! And I'd be like, okay, I'm out here.
Well, you do that to me all the time when I forget to read my prompter.
That is true.
Speaking of prompter, Queer News Tonight looks forward to seeing you at the Velvet Green Summer, running now through May 24th.
I'm FayWhat, and let's queer up South Florida and Florida. Trump targets trans people during Meandering speech at Florida's LGBTQ-friendly The Villages. President Donald Trump recently delivered a campaign-style speech at The Villages, a large retirement community in Central Florida. The event, aimed at older voters, was promoted as part of Trump's push to eliminate taxes on Social Security benefits. But the president's remarks frequently shifted topics, something he described as the weave, his tendency to jump between topics. Throughout the speech, Trump praised what he called a golden age of America while attacking political opponents as radical left lunatics. He also repeated complaints about media coverage, claiming that on the evening news, he gets 93% bad publicity. A significant portion of the address focused on transgender issues. Trump returned repeatedly to the issue of transgender athletes, describing their participation as a defining cultural fight. He criticized policies allowing trans athletes to participate in women's sports and called policies that support gender-affirming care a threat to the country. Trump said, quote, "I believe our country was dead. I don't think it could have sustained transgender mutilation of your children," end quote, end quote. Oh my God, here we go again. When the policy is weak, the scapegoat gets louder. Okay? Baby, if your whole speech keeps circling back to trans people, maybe the problem isn't them. It's that you've got nothing new to say. Next topic, please. Come on, people in the villages. You're smarter than that. Al, tell them something.
No, and then just, now it's like, not only are we scapegoat, but it's like all his policy mistakes, like people in my working class neighborhood in Hialeah, they're concerned about gas. They're concerned about the increases in like the gas right now, right? Reuters, my bad. They said that, gas has gone up 40 to 50%. You're talking about trans? Like, this is embarrassing. Like, the trans community is not a scapegoat for your issues.
Yeah, but the villages people are not worried about gas, puppy. The people in the villages got more money than you and me put together, so they ain't worried about the gas. But I do agree with you that there's bigger fish to fry he should be focusing on. John?
Okay, I mean, what are we supposed to say at this point? We've defended our trans brothers and sisters, and we will continue to. We, make fun of Trump's oddness and his weave. There's a hair joke in there somewhere, but I'm not going to make it. His odd gestures. His media martyrdom. People were so mean to me, right? I don't even know what we're supposed to say. It's just like we're kind of on this infinite loop that may infinitely run until not so infinitely in November, but we shall see. But we've got a friend who used to be on this show, RuPaul's assistant,
yeah.
Lives up in the villages now. And he says that it is a very gay-friendly area, even though when you look at it, it breaks down very, very red. Although the villages is so big, it could it could be its own congressional district at this point.
100%. But like that person said, the changes that have happened, right? We also, I remember during Kamala's 90 days that she had to run, right? That they had a ton of golf carts, all with Kamala banners representing and saying that they were going to, vote for Kamala during that time. And I thought that was huge. Yeah. Mr. Kesten, what do you think?
I just think that change takes time. And what we're witnessing is the clawing back by a group of people who are losing power, and they're doing everything that they can with their very big and expensive toys to hold on to something that is really dead. It's just that the world doesn't recognize the death of this minority grasp of power. And because they have the weapon systems, and because they have the banks, and because corporations are so greedy, they are doing damage, and they will do damage until we, the people, stand up. We do not recognize how much power we have. And so we whine about other people not doing anything, and it won't change until we do it ourselves. And we will. it just, once again, like everything else, takes time.
Takes time. Yeah.
Hey everyone, I'm John Hayden. Let's queer up drag culture. There's a new title holder for Mizz out South Florida. The competition was fierce and fab. And in the end, everyone was down to crown.
Hey everyone, John Hayden at the Mizz Out South Florida pageant 2026. Tonight featured 5 fierce and fab contestants representing 5 fantastic organizations.
And introducing for your first time this evening, your 2026 Mizz Out South Florida. Welcome to the stage, Miss Angie Martinez.
A magic moment for Angie Ovanes Price, your 2026 Mizz Out South Florida. She's been here before, but never made it to the mountaintop. Angie, congratulations!
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. I'm so excited. I did this pageant consistently 3 times, and I finally did it.
3rd time was indeed the charm, as she was crowned May 4th at the pageant held at United Church of Christ in Fort Lauderdale. While the competition was stiff and worthy,
don't fuck with me, fellas!
Angie dominated all night long, and she could feel the crown coming her way.
I feel like I had it at the question and answer. Question and answer, I felt confident, and I felt for sure if I didn't seal the deal before, I definitely sealed the deal in question and answer.
Finally winning the title isn't an end. For Angie, it's just a beginning.
I'll just look out because I have many things planned. Well, first thing first, I want to host my own car wash because everybody needs a car wash.
That car wash and her other events will benefit Trans-Inclusive Group. Each contestant competed for their favorite cause. Runner-up Lupita Hollywood competed for Lake Worth Playhouse, Jamie LaChoy for Imperial Sun Court of All Florida, Kimberly Venom for Trans Social Mayfair, and Amy Drymouth for Suitcases of Love. Plenty of local stars kept the crowd engaged between categories, and Velvet Lenore took the last walk of her reign. Okay, so you know what? I kind of called it. When you've been doing it this long, you kind of get a feeling for those things, but still 5 great contestants, 5 great queens in their own right. In Fort Lauderdale at the United Church of Christ, I'm John Hayden.
Wow, long live the Queen. This pageant gets better every year, and it is the passion project of Out South Florida co-founder Justin Wise. He is so passionate about the community, the genre, and the entertainers. Now check out this exclusive behind-the-scenes picture of him with Melissa St. John, Kathy Craig, Allison Thomas, and Darcel Stevens. Each has dedicated their lives to our community. Justin told me he doesn't deserve to be in this pic. Well, Justin, I'm here to tell you, yes, you do. Thank you so much for all that you do for our community. And Faye, you were there. You were...
Well, you know, I was blessed enough to be part of the interview judges, right? Mm-hmm. So I did my job at 12 noon and then I was done, right? And I was like, wow. And even then, that interview, I had to keep myself quiet until obviously the next day. But Angie came to win. Okay. Yeah. Like Angie was like, you know, and I've had Angie in bed, you know, I did an interview with her a couple months back, and I had asked her if she was going to compete this year for Mizz Out South Florida, and she said she didn't know. She wasn't sure because the last 2 years really took it out of her, right? Yeah. But 2 amazing queens won the last 2 years, Erica Norell and Velvet Lenore. I mean, they are the epitome of what you want to be in drag, entertainment, etc. So, you know, her just running with those people, you know, taught her what she needed or got her to where she needed for her to get this crown this time. This is her crown. It belonged to her. She went in there. She had a tight package. She had a package that just was better than the rest of the girls. It just was. A big shout out going out to Lupita Hollywood. Lupita ate, okay? She served, she ate, she was amazing. Her talent, she also, you could tell that she had been preparing for a long time. I mean, it's not easy to be part of a pageant, boys, right? It costs a lot of money.
Yeah.
It costs a lot of time. It costs a lot of sleepless nights. It costs no eating because you want to get into that gown. I mean, it takes a lot. And this pageant, I even have a bigger place in my heart for it because it's an advocacy pageant. Right? You know, you're not just going to win it with a $3,000 gown. You've got to do more. You've got to know what this nonprofit's all about. You've got to know how they're serving our community. And they knew all this, you know? Now, Justin, my friend, I commend you. Okay? We all commend you. You serve that. Okay? That is your vision on a stage for all of us to eat from. You know, he's being like laxed on himself. He brought community. That place was packed. It was a Monday evening and the place was packed with community leaders and people that wanted to be part of this incredible event. So kudos to you, Justin. Kudos to the new Mizz out South Florida. Kudos to everyone who was a part of it and put it together because it was such a memorable evening.
It was great.
Right? I know you boys missed you.
I mean,
there.
my inner gay boy, like I saw the outfits, I'm like the colors and the, you know, just the vibrancy and, you know, great job to him. You know, I saw them, you know, they look beautiful, you know, and yes, queen. Yes. Yes, queen.
Robert, ever been part of a pageant?
No.
We're taking applications for next year.
Next year, because you could really help as a dresser, right? Like, you know, they need people.
I don't think I could do much of anything. It's not my forte. But I will say that Out SFL and Justin took on a risk and put in a series of articles, editorials that they did for months, giving the trans community an opportunity to tell their story. And I don't know how many people read them, but they had them. I'm hoping that at some point they'll put them all together in a booklet or something and put it out there so that people will have another opportunity. But that was a moving thing. And that in combination with this and the other things that they do as a community service, as the paper is a community service, I think are outstanding, and they should be commended for all of it, not just any one thing.
100%. Great reporting. Thank you so much, John. And thank you to everybody over at Out South Florida, Jason as well, the whole entire crew over there for making events like this happen. With the crazy that's going on in the world, we still went to United Church of Christ and felt like we were at home and doing something incredible, you know? And then Angie walked away with the crown. Girl.
I'm Robert Kesten, and let's queer up sports. Minnesota Aurora FC signs first out transgender player Isaac Ranson to women's team. This community-owned pre-professional football or soccer club, which competes in the USLW League, announced the signing this week. Ranson joins Aurora after a standout college career at Cal State Fullerton, where he earned the Big West Conference Goalkeeper of the Year award twice. Speaking to the Minnesota Star Tribune, Aurora Club President Sarah Hassoun said, quote, Aurora believes that everyone deserves an opportunity to play soccer, and we are glad that we were able to provide a safe environment for Isaac to continue his stellar career. Our players, coaches, and organization are unified in welcoming Isaac to Aurora, end quote. Ranson has previously spoken publicly about his journey with gender identity. In an interview with the Big West last year, he shared that he struggled for years with accepting that he was transgender and queer. Ranson said he began embracing his identity during the summer of 2023.
Hey Aurora fans, my name is Isaac Ranson. My pronouns are he, him, and I'm super stoked to be coming out and playing in front of you all this season. And I look forward to seeing you all.
So I think that sports are an unbelievable opportunity to bring people together. And what we forget is that when we went to school, it was called physical education. And the reason for that is it teaches you to follow rules. It teaches you to work as a team. It teaches you to work with other people. it's not just about the game.
Yeah.
It's about building community. And that's what Aurora is doing. They're building community. And I think that that's pretty amazing. And they're using one of the forms that everybody understands, and that's sports.
And I just love that Isaac has found an accepting place to play and a fun place to play. You know, we've all done it. Whether you're from South Florida,
Yeah.
I'm from Indianapolis, but we all travel this globe and we find our tribe and we find our space. So yay, you go,
Angel.
Yeah, no, I mean, this is the inclusivity, is very important to trans men everywhere, I think he's a hero. I think this is the inclusive sports community that we need in the space right now. Heroes like Isaac, they make the community stronger because they lead the way for the kids, and just great work. And it's about teamwork. It's about camaraderie. And just kudos to him
And to Sarah,
yeah.
whose team it is,
Yeah.
that said, nope, our team is going to do this. I think that that's equally important to the athlete, is the people who say, no, come on.
100%. I mean, we've all grown in a place where we will pass by churches that say, come as you are, all are welcome. And then it's not really the case when you walk inside, right? This sports team was come as you are. And they literally owned up to it. And they let him play and the sky didn't fall. Okay.
yet,
Right? It's
Yet.
like-
And it didn't snow in Miami again.
It's like- So I'm Angel Martinez, and let's queer up the U.S. view. 1 million moms targets Dr. Squash ads featuring bisexual actress Megan Fox. 1 million moms, a division of the anti-LGBTQ+ organization American Family Association, is urging supporters to pressure Dr. Squash to pull its Megan Fox-led deodorant commercials, calling the campaign vulgar and highly inappropriate. The complaint focuses on the company's 30-second glide test ad and other commercials in the same series featuring Out by actress Megan Fox. In its petition, 1 Million Moms claims the ad contained highly suggestive and offensive sexual innuendos, while describing Fox as, quote, provocatively dressed in a figure-hugging all-black leather ensemble, end quote. The campaign casts Fox as a professor from Fox, or the Foundation for Odor Excellence, promoting Dr. Squash products for men.
Here at the Fox, we encourage men to leave their mark on the world, not on their shirts. You get one chance to make a great first impression, so don't let your deodorant ruin it. Introducing Dr. Squatch Invisible Glide Deodorant in a clear application formula you didn't know existed, because it didn't until now. All-day odor protection, incredible manly scents. So get out there and live like your deodorant isn't holding you hostage. Dr. Squatch Deodorant. Let your stick do it.
So 1 Million Moms petitions say that this type of advertisement is unnecessary and that the company has, quote, has deliberately chosen to produce controversial advertisements instead of wholesome ones, end quote. The petition also urges parents to boycott the brand until the commercials are removed from distribution. The group has frequently opposed LGBTQ+ inclusive advertising campaigns featuring lesbian couples, gay male couples, and non-binary celebrities. As of Wednesday morning, the petition repeatedly has more than 8K signatures and counting. And so, I mean, this kind of sounds like the heritage language hogwash groups. I mean, it's not inclusive to the LGBTQ+ families. And this is like a visibility and media issue. Like, I honestly, this is why we need to pack the court with progressive judges. Yep. This is why we need to have more representatives. We need to have more LGBTQ+ like engagement, right? Because these groups they're anti-LGBTQ family. They're posing as the traditional family like mindset, but I mean, this ad was just an ad, it's like this double standard of the evangelical Christian groups and how they operate. I'm a Reformed Jew and, I'm gay, and so like, this ad was fine to me. Where's like the double standard there is it's just appalling. I mean, these groups, they just continue on and on and on about the families. Like,
So I've seen the Megan Fox commercial about 300 times this morning. just because I wanted to, because that woman is hot.
Your dedication to research inspires me.
Right. Oh my goodness. I mean, Megan Fox is just gorgeous. Okay. And I don't know. I want to eat what she's eating because she looks the same for the last 25 years.
Yeah.
I mean, gorgeous, you know. She didn't wear anything more provocative than she would have to an award show or to anything else on it. She just had like a black kind of leather thing on. You know, she's bi. She's always been open about her bisexuality. And I hope she tries it out on me. And, you know, I mean, but million moms are always mad at something, you know, all 5 of them.
I have to call shenanigans on this whole thing, okay? This is collusion, okay? I've never heard of Dr. Squatch. I've never seen an ad campaign for them. Nope. So I think Dr. Squatch got together with 1 million moms, or 5, however many there are. Mm-hmm. They got together and said, okay, you protest us, we'll get tons of free publicity, and you get one step closer to Jesus. Amen.
And it seems to be working out. I started following them this morning.
Yep. And here we are. Here we are. Here we are.
LGBTQ 1 Minute News. Let's queer up lesbian and queer women. Rebel Wilson and wife Ramona Agruma welcome second daughter, Rose Estelle. Australian actress Rebel Wilson shared a post on Instagram saying, quote, proud to announce the birth of our second daughter, Rose Estelle. What a gorgeous blessing to have another little girl. Now, end quote. Now on May 4th, it's now 4 of us, end quote. Fans and celebrities quickly flooded the post with congratulations, including Paris Hilton and Wilson's Pitch Perfect co-star, Elizabeth Banks. Wilson and Agruma married in Italy in September 2024. The couple welcomed their first daughter via surrogacy in 2022. Congratulations, Rebel. What a beautiful little family that you are having. Kudos to you. Keep making girls. We run the world.
And I think I speak for our 2 Jewish members of the table. Mazel tov.
Safari. Represent.
LGBTQ plus 1 minute news. Let's queer up trans rights. Trump targets trans athletes while speaking to children in the Oval Office. Donald Trump recently spoke to a group of kids in the Oval while relaunching the presidential fitness test. There's so much to unpack with that. But he diverted from the focus of the event, surprise, and ended up bashing a trans powerlifter. Speaking with children about sports, Trump asked one boy interested in powerlifting whether he would compete against women. After the child replied, no. Trump told the children a story about a transgender powerlifter, misgendering her. Trump said, quote, did you see that they had a man powerlifter? He decided to go the opposite direction, took a record. It stood for 18 years. He beat it by 119 pounds. End quote. It's not at all clear who Trump was talking about. However, once again, Trump ignored the objective of the event and ended up using it as a platform for criticizing affirming care for transgender youth and discussing completely unrelated political topics. I mean, oh my gosh, there's so much wrong with this. And it's not funny how he makes fun of powerlifters or trans people, but just the whole setting. And why is he allowed within 500 feet of a child?
Yeah. You know, you remember that Mariah Carey song, Why Are You So Obsessed With Me? This is him. He's so obsessed with us. Mainly the trans folks, okay? Like, he is so obsessed with our trans siblings that it's just completely ridiculous. And I mean, and I have to piggyback on what you're saying. You know, kids in the Oval Office talking about health. Like, this man is the most unhealthy specimen that there is. You know, these kids learn nothing from him about any kind of future health regimen that they should be having.
Yeah.
Like, at all.
Yeah, like, where are the parents? Like, where are the parents? Like, helping right now? Because
they're with the 100 million women who are protesting.
And the 5 moms.
Oh my God.
The 5 moms for liberty. They're there in the outskirts too.
It just sounds like this would have been a bizarre, deranged Dr. Seuss book. The trans mouse in the White House. Ooh. I think I'm onto something there.
Wait a minute. We got to write that.
Well, thank goodness this is only a 1 minute news story, so I can go work on that.
LGBTQ 1 minute news. Let's queer up entertainment. Trans model Ariana Rose Phillip becomes first celebrity with a wheelchair to attend Met Gala. Phillip, an Antiguan American model and musician with quadriplegic cerebral palsy, first broke barriers in 2018 as the first Black, transgender, and physically disabled model signed to a major modeling agency. She later became the first wheelchair user to walk for a major luxury fashion brand during Moschino's Spring-Summer 2022 show. This year, she attended the gala wearing a design by Louis Linderoth, a disabled designer and wheelchair user. It is finally about time that human beings are treated as human beings, regardless of their pluses and minuses, if there are such things as pluses and minuses when we're talking about people. If everybody is equal, if everybody should be equal, then all these things are distractions. When we talk about wheelchairs, when we talk about mental capacity, when we talk about all of these things, we're driving differences where there are no differences. And it's easy to divide and conquer. It's hard to build community. And what we all really should be about, and certainly what our community is about, or should be about, is being stronger. And we're all stronger when we work together. So bravo to her and the people who work with her and the Met Gala for inviting her.
Yeah.
You know, for me personally, I would have boycotted the Met Gala because Bezos can suck it, right? There's that. But that being said, representation is power, okay? And the fact that she is a Black trans woman who is disabled on that red carpet, like, fills me with so much happiness, you know? It really does. And then the fact that she took it a step further, like you said, her team, her using a designer who's also, you know, that's amazing. Absolutely. That is extending it, right? That is, I'm going up and I'm lifting you up with me, right? And that is how we have to be in our community. So I love that part.
Okay, Antiguan, Black, woman, trans, disabled, model. She wouldn't be allowed in the state of Florida if Ron DeSantis had his way. But I love that she is getting love, and because somewhere many Republicans' heads are exploding.
It's true. LGBT 1 Minute News. Let's queer up South Florida. Florida man charged with hate crime after allegedly abusing child to, quote, beat gay out of him, end quote. A 33-year-old Florida man is facing hate crime enhanced charges after allegedly abusing a 5-year-old boy because he believed the child was gay. According to Polk County Sheriff's Office, Andre Brown Jr. was arrested after deputies investigated reports of abuse involving 3 children in his care. Authorities say the 5-year-old suffered a fractured wrist, bruises across his body, and a forehead contusion. 2 other children were also reportedly injured. Investigators say a 9-year-old girl texted her mother expressing fear over Brown's violence, prompting law enforcement intervention. Deputies reported that Brown admitted that he hit the child to, quote, beat the gay out of him if possible, but since it wasn't possible, he would beat him more, end quote. Brown also faces resisting charge after allegedly struggling with deputies and shouting slurs during his arrest. So this is just, I mean, this is sick, you know, like baiting and intimidation. Like, it's just, you know, like, this is not how you raise a child, you know. You raise a child with love. I think of my father, you know, holding his little gay boy and showering him with love. Like, this is crimes against humanity. Like, this guy is sick.
It's, where were the parents? How did he end up being overseeing all these little kids?
This is, sadly, something that we have all known was coming, something we have sat at this table and predicted for years. And this man, he is absolutely guilty. Assuming he did this, he's found guilty. He's responsible for his actions. But there is also blood on the hands of legislators, so-called preachers, other community leaders, because they empower and reinforce existing cultural taboos and attitudes towards LGBTQ. They may not have created it, but they are giving life to it. They are giving it their imprimatur. They are giving it their okay. So this is a failure of society, and I fear that we're going to be doing this story very, very often.
And I just remind that rhetoric. The rhetoric is real, right? Mm-hmm. And we're seeing that being used into action, and it's super sad.
And it's not just addressing one community. Any minority community, any marginalized community is experiencing that, has always experienced it. And we have never, ever taken on the education system to ensure that we don't teach hate. It is in our history books. It is in our grammar. It is in everything that we do. I agree with John that it is so systemic, not only in our society, but globally. And there's really no effort on a major scale, and there's certainly not the financial ability to combat it aggressively. And therefore, we will be doing these stories again and again. But it's incumbent on each of us to do what we can. And we probably don't all do enough every day either. And it's unfair that so few people have to do so much, but that's the world that we live in.
It's hard to break that cycle, Robert. You know, I mean, boys are raised a certain way, and you're always raised to not show your feelings, right? And that gay is bad. And in this sicko's mind, he was trying to help this baby. In his sick mind, you know, God forbid you're gay, right? God forbid, let me try to beat it out of you.
Right, but it's no different than these women who were saying that they stand up for family values. Remember, some of those women, no matter how few there are or how many there are, have LGBTQ children in their families, or cousins, or sisters and brothers. So they are not, in any case, representing family values because they don't represent their own families.
LGBTQ 1 Minute News, that's Queer Up Entertainment. Dolly Parton cancels Las Vegas residency amid ongoing health recovery and treatments. In a recent Instagram reel, Dolly Parton told fans she had some good news and a little bad news, explaining that she is improving but still needs time to heal. The post read, quote, "The good news is I'm responding really well to meds and treatments, and I'm improving every day. Now, the bad news is that it's going to take me a little while before I'm up to stage performance level because some of the meds and treatments make me a little swimmy-headed," end quote. Parton, who turned 80 in January, also referenced the recent death of her husband, Carl Thomas Dean, thanking fans for helping her through a year of firsts without him. She said the residency, scheduled for September 2026, has now been canceled. And, you know, from one big-breasted woman to another, Miss Dolly Parton, we are thinking of you. We are sending love and healing energies your way. This world is not this world without you. So please try your best to be able to get back to make that residency happen, but don't rush yourself by no means. Somebody put Dolly Parton in a bubble. I mean, we can't lose her. We can't lose this woman right now. You know what I mean? Like, she really was one of the first celebrities that was just very open and honest. I love the LGBTQ plus community. I've always had you around me. No, that's not going to change, you know? Yeah. During COVID, she put a lot of her own money into the vaccine. I mean, you know, so many other instances where she would come to bat for a drag queen ban or something else that was going on. She hasn't been afraid to use her social media platform and say, I stand with the LGBTQ plus community, you know? So here we are, and I'm saddened about her residency being canceled, but I totally understand.
Yeah. Can I just tell you, Dolly Parton gives great hugs.
The boobs.
It was a very short moment in my life, but it was clearly a memorable one. I love you, Dolly. Get well soon.
What are you gonna send her well wishes, Robert?
Robert doesn't like Dolly Parton.
Is that what happened?
I love it.
After Steel Magnolias, you were like, no.
No, I think that anybody who pays for the university education of the people who work for them, whether they're part-time or full-time or half-time, should live a very long and healthy life.
Amen. Amen. Well, we love you, Dolly. As a nonprofit LGBTQ media organization, we would like to thank our viewers for supporting our mission to tell the stories of the queer community. We'd also like to thank the generous support of Jets Pizza. Jets is the LGBTQ community's most popular pizza in South Florida.
Take a look around these streets. Do you really think we woke up one day and said, yeah, the world needs more pizza? Nah, just a better one. better, like the world's best pizza, Jet's Detroit-style pizza. Hand-pressed and baked to the thickest, crispiest crunch. You're welcome. Now visit jetspizza.com and save. Click on hot deals for special offers in your area. Jets, better because it has to be.
These are today's headlines from Queer News Tonight, and our anchors represent the best of our LGBTQ family.
If our community is important to you, share this news with your friends and family. Don't forget, join the conversation on your favorite streaming platform.
Queer News Tonight is the only live LGBTQ digital television show in the world that is out of the closet and into the headlines. We need your support. If our community is to grow and then thrive, we must tell our stories and bring them to the attention of the broader world.
This is the only place in the world that tells these types of LGBTQ+ stories in motion and sound. That is the passion of Hotspots Magazine, Happening Out Television Network, and Queer News Tonight.
I'm your lead anchor, FayWhat, and I thank you for joining us on behalf of my fellow LGBTQ anchors here at Queer News Tonight, including John Hayden, Robert Kesten, and Angel Martinez. And we will see you daily at 8 p.m. To our LGBTQ+ world, we wish you a good night.
Good night, everyone.